Hi, hello, good morning, everybody. How are you all? I have come up with another useful and important video lesson. Phrasal verbs and idioms. Most of the students and teachers have asked me to make a video on this topic. I am R. Venkateswara, School Assistant of English from SSRZBHS Bhimanapalli. Let's learn today phrasal verbs and idioms. Mastering phrasal verbs can help you improve your English language skills and sound more natural and fluent in your communication. So, don't make late, let's go and learn. What is a phrasal verb? A phrasal verb is a type of verb that combines a base verb with a preposition, adverb, or other words to create a new verb with a unique meaning. Phrasal verbs are commonly used in informal language, such as in conversations, emails, and text messages. They can be confusing for non-native speakers as the meaning of the phrasal verb is often different from the literal meaning of the individual words. Phrasal verbs can be classified into different types, such as intransitive phrasal verbs. Example, get up, go out. Transitive phrasal verbs, pick up, take off. Separable phrasal verbs, turn on, get on. Inseparable phrasal verbs, get along, go through. We use phrasal verbs for several reasons. For convenience, phrasal verbs often provide a shorter and more convenient way to express an idea or action. Tone and nuance. Phrasal verbs can convey subtle shades of meaning, tone, and nuance that might be difficult to express with single verbs. Informal language. Phrasal verbs are commonly used in formal language, such as conversation, emails, and text messages. Idiomatic expressions. Phrasal verbs can create idiomatic expressions that are unique to English language. Native-like fluency. Mastering phrasal verbs can help non-native speakers sound more natural and fluent in their English communication. Contextual meaning. Phrasal verbs often rely on contextual to convey the intended meaning, making them more dynamic and flexible. Colloquialisms. Phrasal verbs can be used to create colloquialism, which are expressions, characteristics of informal language. Emphasis and emphasis shift. Phrasal verbs can be used to shift emphasis or add emphasis to a particular action or idea. Variety and creativity. Phrasal verbs are a range of options for expressing similar ideas, allowing speakers and writers to be more creative and varied in their language use. Everyday communication. Phrasal verbs are an integral part of everyday communication in English, making them essential for effective communication. Let's learn some most useful and important phrasal verbs in our today's video lesson. Get on. To continue doing something or to make progress. Example, I'm getting on with my homework. Go on. To continue doing something. I'll go on studying for the exam. Turn off. To stop something from working. Example, please turn off the lights when you leave. Pick up. To lift something or someone. Example, can you pick up the book from the floor? Take off. to remove something or to leave the ground. For aircraft, take off your shoes before entering the house. Get back, to return to a place or to receive something. I'll get back to you with the answers. Look up, to search for information or to gaze upwards. Let me look up the definition in the dictionary. Come up, to approach or to occur. A great idea came up during the meeting. Give up, to stop trying or to surrender. Don't give up on your dreams. Put off, to delay or postpone something. I'll put off my homework until tomorrow. Bring up, to mention or introduce a topic. She brought up the issue of climate change. Call off, to cancel or postpone an event. The concert was called off due to bad weather. Get through, to finish or complete something difficult. I finally got through the challenging math problems. Go over, to review or examine something carefully. Let's go over the notes before the exam. Hand in, to submit or give something to someone. Please hand in your assignment by tomorrow. Leave out, to omit or exclude something. Don't leave out any important details in your report. Make up, to invent or create something. Example, she made up a story to entertain the children. Point out, to draw attention to something. He pointed out the mistake in the report. Set up, to establish or arrange something. We set up the new computer system yesterday. Take over, to assume control or responsibility. She took over the project when the manager left. Back up, to support or confirm something. Can you back up your claim with evidence? Cut down, to reduce, to decrease something. We need to cut down on our expenses. Figure out, to understand or solve something. I'm trying to figure out this math problem. Get on with, to continue doing something or to have a good relationship. I'm getting on with my project. Hold on, to wait or pause. Hold on a minute, I'll be right back. Let down, to disappoint or fail someone. I don't want to let you down. Move on, to proceed or continue with something. It's time to move on to the next topic. Run out, to use up or exact something. We are running out of time. Stand up, to rise to a standing position or to support something. Please stand up for the national anthem. Turn down, to reject or decrease something. I turned down the volume on my phone. Practice this. Now let's move on to the idioms. What is an idiom? Let's learn now about idioms. An idiom is a phrase or expression that has a figurative meaning that's different from a literal meaning of the individual words. Idioms are often used in informal language and can be carefully specific, making them a key part of your language's flavor and character. Characteristics of idioms. Non-literal meaning. Idioms don't mean what they literally say. For example, kick the bucket. It doesn't mean to physically kick a bucket, but rather to die or pass away. Fixed expression. Idioms are often fixed expressions, meaning that the words can't be changed or rearranged without losing the idiomatic meaning. Cultural reference. Idioms often rely on shares cultural knowledge or references, making the most understandable to people within a particular cultural or community. Informal language. Idioms are often used in informal language, such as conversations, emails, and text messages. Now let's learn some idioms. Break a leg, meaning good luck. Bite off more than you can chew, meaning take on more responsibility than you can handle. Cost an arm and a leg, meaning something is very expensive. Beat around the bush, avoid talking directly or clearly about something. Note, mastering idioms can help you sound more natural and fluent in your language. Use and can also add flavor and interest to your communication. Now let's go and learn idioms. Break a leg, good luck. Call it a day, stop what you're doing and go home. It's late, let's call it a day. Cost an arm and a leg, very expensive. That new video game costs an arm and a leg. Bite off more than you can chew. Take on more responsibility than you can handle. I think I have bitten off more than I can chew with this project. Cut to the chase. Get to the point at the most interesting part. Can you cut to the chase and tell me what happened? Easy as pie. Very simple or effortless. This test is easy as pie. Give someone the cold shoulder. Purposely ignore or show indifference to someone. I've been giving him the cold shoulder since he insulted me. In a nutshell, briefly summarize or describe. The movie's plot is simple. In a nutshell, it's about a hero who saves the world. Let sleeping dogs lie. Avoid talking about or bringing up a sensitive or contentious issue. Let's not discuss politics. Let sleeping dogs lie. Make a mountain out of a molehill. Exaggerate or make something seem more important than it is. You are making a mountain out of a molehill. It's not that big of a deal. On the same page, have a shared understanding or be in agreement. We are finally on the same page about the project. Practice what you preach. Do what you advise or unrecommended. Others too. If you are going to preach about being environmentally friendly, you should practice what you preach. Rain on someone's parade, spoil or ruin someone's plans or event. I don't want to rain on your parade, but we can't go to the concert tonight. Take it with a grain of salt. Be skeptical or cautious and not take something too seriously. Take what he says with a grain of salt. He is known to exaggerate. The pot calling the kettle black. Accuse someone of something you yourself are guilty of. You're accusing me of being lazy. That's the pot calling the kettle black. Think outside the box. Be creative and come up with new unconventional ideas. We need to think outside the box to solve this problem. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Adapt to local customs and behaviors when you're in a different place. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. We are in Japan. Let's follow the local custom and bow when greeting people. A piece of cake, very easy or effortless. This test is a piece of cake. Bend over backwards. Go out of your way to help or accommodate someone. The hotel staff bent over backwards to make sure our stay was comfortable. Burn the midnight oil. Work late into the night, often to meet a deadline. I've been burning the midnight oil to finish this project. Cut corners. Take a shortcut or do something in your way that's quicker but less thorough. We can't cut corners on this project. We need to do it properly. Give someone a run for their money. The new restaurant is giving the established ones a run for their money. In the long run, over a long period of time rather than immediately. Exercise may be hard now, but it's good for you in the long run. On the ball, performing well or being on top of things. You are really on the ball today. Great job. Good. Dear students, now let's do SERT module exercise question number 33. Ramble on. To speak or talk at length, often in a vacuum. The professor tended to ramble on during lectures, losing her students' attention. Your heart goes out to somebody. You feel deep sympathy, compassion, or pity for someone. Your heart goes out to the family who lost their home in the fire. Move off. Advance or progress or improve one's position, often in a career. After years of hard work, she was finally able to move up the corporate ladder and become a senior executive. Keep me going. Give the energy. Her encouragement kept me going. Get along with. Have a friendly relationship with someone. She gets along with her co-workers. Push to our limits to be under extreme stress. The team was pushed to their limits to meet the tight deadline. Calm down. To relax, become less upset. The teacher told the upset child to calm down and take a few deep breaths. Earning my keep. To prove oneself worthy of something, Suma felt she was earning her keep by taking care of the children. Make up for. To compensate or offset a loss, mistake. She worked extra hours on the weekend to make up for the time. Caught my eye. To attract one's attention. The beautiful painting in the gallery caught my eye. Stay in. To remain indoors. Due to heavy rain, we stayed indoors. Unmindful of, unaware or heedless. She was unmindful of the time. Hand in. To submit or give something. They need to hand in their papers. Quacking in its boots. To be extremely frightened. The rival team was quacking in its boots. Run out of. To use up or exhaust a supply of something. After heavy rain, we ran out of fresh vegetables. Not to lose heart. Don't give up. He encouraged his teammates not to lose heart. Plunge in. To start or begin. She finally decided to plunge in business. For ages, for a very long time, I have been waiting for ages for my friends. Reach out to contact or communicate with someone. Good students reach out to their teachers. Have enough. Possess a sufficient amount of or quantity of something. I have enough money to buy tickets. Keep back. Hold back. Restricted. John was kept back and he had to repeat the grade. Raining cats and dogs. Meaning heavy rain. It was raining cats and dogs.
get on, board a vehicle, progress or advance, have a good relationship. Let's hurry up and get on before it departs. Can't bring myself to, being unable to muster up the courage. She can't bring herself to watch the sad movie again, run away, flee or escape or abandon.
The little girl wanted to run away and hid under her bed.
Laugh ourselves silly, laugh uncomfortably or hysterically. We watched a comedy show and laughed ourselves silly. Look after, take care of someone or something. Can you look after my dog? From the bottom of my heart, sincerely. She thanked her family from the bottom of her heart for their unwavering support. Break down, becoming emotionally upset, cease to function, stop working, or analyze working.
She broke down into tears.
Have a heart of stone, extremely hard hearted, cruel, and unfeeling. Only someone with a heart of stone could ignore the suffering of the homeless people on the streets.
Call up on, ask or request someone to do something.
He called upon the community to clean up the slum, break somebody's heart, to cause someone intense emotional pain or sad. He broke her heart by saying goodbye. Look into, to investigate or examine, they look into the customer's complaints. Close or dear to someone, deeply loved or valued someone, he close to her heart.
Dear students, I think you have understood it well. Now I give you a small exercise. Do it yourself and type the answers in the comments box. I'll come up with another useful and important video lesson. Until bye.